Okay, guys, here we go again. Yankees of the White Sox, June 1st, 1949. Yankees have had some problems here this season. 24 and 16, it might not look like it, but they just have not been able to get into first place. Hank Bauer fouls one away against Billy Pierce. Pierce is 1 and 3. There's a strike again to Bauer. It's 0 and 2. 1 and 3 is Pierce, 4.94 ERA, 27 and a third is innings pitched. He has not had the best of times out there, but we'll see how he does against the Yankees, who are not having a great time. And Bauer hits a little ground ball over to Goldsberry at first, and Goldsberry runs to the bag himself, one away. Now it's Gene Woodling. Woodling hitting .322 this season and hits one up the middle, and it's Luke Appling who has that on to first, 2 away. Here now is Cliff Mapes. It's a strike on the outside corner to Mapes, and it's 0-1 on Cliff. Cliff hitting .302. He's been DiMaggio's replacement, and there's another swing and a miss by Mapes, 0-2 the count. Hitting well this season, and there's a base hit up the middle past Pierce and through, and so Mapes gets on to first base. That'll bring up Tommy Henrich. Henrich, 9 home runs already this season, has done well here in the 4 spot for the Yankees, and he rips that to the right side, and it's Cass Michaels who grabs that for the out. When we go to the bottom of the first, it'll be Don Wheeler, the catcher. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again. You might think it's folly to start like Roy Campanella or Don Wheeler in the number 1 hole, but when you look at those stats, 449 on base percentage and 491 slugging percentage, you see why I do it. Here is Don Wheeler again, and that's a ball low and in. Tommy Byrne, the starter for the Yankees, is 3 and 4, 4.47 ERA. There's a strike to Wheeler, 1-1, and that's right down the heart, 1-2. Byrne, 4.47, 3 and 4 the record, but good batted against average. And that's strike 3 against Wheeler. There's 1 away. Here now is Earl Rapp, the left fielder. Takes a strike, 0-1. Rapp hitting .333 after 36 at-bats. Doesn't mean much. 1-1 pitch hit over to Mapes in center for the out, 2 away, and it's Luke Appling. Appling takes a strike. Appling having a hard time in this replay against lefties like Byrne, but hitting well overall. I mean, 258 is not great, but OPS is all right. He hits a little ground ball over to Henrich. First baseman flips over to Byrne, who covers the bag for the out. And just with that, we go to the top of the second. It'll be Yogi Berra here. That's a little flare, and that is right over the, not over, but in front of Scal. I can't get there in time for a base hit. Base hit to center by Yogi, and that'll bring up Phil Rizzuto. The Scooter takes the ball. 1-0, and then bunts one off to the right, and that's foul, 1-1. Scooter hitting low in the lineup, and it's because he can't get on base and has no slugging. That's a hit foul past third, 1-2 the count. You know, we do OPS is what is gospel here, and that's a fly ball over to left field. That actually falls in front of Rapp for another base hit, so there's runners on first and second for Bobby Brown, and the Yankees have something doing here, and let's see what happens. Brown, 252 is his average as he takes the ball low, and that's in the dirt again. It's 2-0 on Brown. And let's see if Pierce can get out of this. That's one in tight for a ball 3. 16 walks so far this season from Pierce, and there's 17, and that's the first one of the game. I was about to say he had 112 walks in real life compared to 96 strikeouts, and in Diamond Mine, he's kind of turned that around a little bit. Here's Snuffy Sternveiss, and he fouls one away. Sternveiss has not had a hit yet, 17 at-bats, 12 walks. He's been very interesting because for a while, 50% of his plate appearances were walks. No hits, no slugging percentage, but a .414 on base percentage. Have you ever seen that before? 0-1 on Snuffy, and that's a ball, 1-1. Popped up left field, Rapp has that for the out, 1 away. Here's Tommy Byrne, the pitcher. Base is still loaded. And that's a strike in there to Byrne, 0-1. That's a little fly ball into the left center field. Scala, the center fielder, goes back and gets that, and that's deep enough to score the run. Phil Rizzuto moves over to third, and that makes it 1-0 New York. And so it's Tommy Byrne who comes up with the RBI, and there's 2 away. Here's Hank Bauer, who takes a ball high, 1-0 the count. Bauer, first time up, made an out. It's 1-1. He hit that little ground ball in the infield. That's high, 2-1 the count on Hank. That misses again. It's ball 3, and so we'll see if Pierce can get out of this jam. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that is low and away, so that's the second walk by Billy. It's those bases on balls that kill you, even in 1949 where everybody's walking. And the funny thing is that it's actually the Yankees in 49 who walked more than any other team, whose pitchers walked more guys than any other team. Pierce throws a strike to Woodling as if to prove me wrong. There's a ball now to Woodling. It's 1-1. Swing and miss on that one that was low. 1-2 on Gene, and that's wide. It's 2-2 quickly. So Pierce with 2 walks so far in this game, and there's a swing and a miss by Woodling, and he strikes out, and we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 is the score. You just look at Tommy Byrne, and you can see from his stats that the Yankees had a lot of walks. 179 walks in real life compared with 129 strikeouts. That's not the side of the coin you want to be on. Here's Goldsberry, who takes a strike for Chicago. Bottom of the second, it's 1-0. Ball in there to Gordon, it's 1-1, and there's another strike called late, but still a strike, 1-2. Popped up, foul ground, and it's Berra who's got that for the out, 1 away. Here's Cass Michaels now, who takes the ball, 1-0. And that fastball past him, he can't catch up to that. It's 1-1, and then fouls 1 away, 1-2. Cass Michaels, the other hero of the blog. We've done a lot of research into him as he takes ball, too. 2-2 now, the count on him. Wasn't that much of a hero in real life, but he hasn't been playing that well. There's a ground ball into the whole left side. Rizzuto with an excellent play on that, and then the long throw to first gets him, so there's 2 away. That'll bring up Jerry Scala. Doesn't look like much in the box score, but that was a great play by Rizzuto. 1-1 is now the count here on Jerry. 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and there's another strike to him. It's 1-2, and that's up and in and back to the backstop, 2-2. And that's low. Full count on Jerry's. He's worked this one full. Ground ball to Snuffy at second, who throws on to first, and we'll go to the top of the third inning. It's Cliff Mapes up here for the Yankees again. Mapes had a single last time up and takes a ball here. Fouls 1 away into Wheeler's glove, 1-1. Swing and a miss at that breaking ball. It's 1-2, and that's hit to center field. Scala's got that easily for the out. There's 1 away. Here is Tommy Henrik. Henrik fouls 1 off. He's 0 for 1 today. 305 is his average. There's a ball to him, 1-1. It's another strike called as 1-2. Good OPS. Henrik probably, when we hit the next Sunday, will go up in the order if his OPS is this close to 1,000. 2-2, the count remains as he fouls another one back, and there's a ground ball to Goldsberry, the first baseman, who goes to the bag unassisted. It's 2 out, and here is Yogi Berra. Yogi will take a strike and then a ball. 1-1 the count on Berra quickly, and there's a swing and a miss on that one. It's 1-2 on Yogi. That's popped up, foul ground. Appling, the second or shortstop, tries to get that, but not quite able to. And there's a ball to Berra, so 2-2 the count. Hit over to center field. Scala, the center fielder, goes over, makes the catch, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Floyd Baker for the White Sox. They're still looking for a base runner. There's a strike and then a ball to Baker. 1-1 the count. That's popped foul. It's 1-2. That's a ball too high, and that's another one outside. So it's a full count. Byrne, as I said, some trouble with his control. And we'll see if he walks him here, and that's the fastball high, and there's the first base runner for the White Sox. So much for the perfect game. See if they can break up the no-hitter here. Here now is Dave Philly, not much of a bunter, 255 is average. You're thinking double play, and that's off the inside corner for a ball, 1-0. It's a strike as he swings and misses at that curveball. It's 1-1 now on Philly. Popped up behind the plate, out of play, and it's a 1-2 count, and that's inside, and Philly spins out of the way, 2-2. That's in the back door and misses. Full count now on Dave. It's a chopper behind the mound. Rizzuto had a play on that we thought, and then he didn't, and there's no play at second, and Philly was already in there at first with the base hit, so that's a hit for Philly. Baker moves up to second on that infield hit, and that's the first hit of the game for the White Sox. What did I tell you? That'll bring up Billy Pierce, and he obviously is going to bunt here, 1-0 Yankees, and of course, Comiskey Park is not a great park for power hitters, and Pierce's bunt is a poor one, straight back out to Byrne, who turns and throws over to third base, where Phil Rizzuto is covering, and so they get the lead runner. That's actually a very good play there by Byrne, and that was a very good force play at third. That means there's 1 out here. Of course, it's only a single out, not a double play, so it always could have been a little bit better, but we'll take that. So runners on first and second, and here comes Don Wheeler. Wheeler is 0 for 1 today. Wheeler takes a ball low and inside, and that's ball 2. Byrne doesn't want to walk him. 2-0 the count. Chopped off the plate. Tough play there for Brown, the third baseman, and he makes it, throws to first for the out. The runners move up. Runners now at second and third with Earl Rapp coming up, and it's a 1-0 game still, and here's a ball to Rapp. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And there's a strike in there to Earl, 1-1, and that's hit to the left side. That'll be through for a hit. That'll score at least 1. Let's see if Billy Pierce can score, and he goes home. We will send Rapp to second as sort of a decoy, and he makes it, and the runner's safe. And just like that, the White Sox were up 2-1. So Byrne was bitten by the 1 base on balls that he gave up, and that's ended up leading to 2 runs, and it's a 2-1 lead for the White Sox. Luke Appling now with the runner on in scoring position and 2 outs. He takes the ball. That's in the dirt, and Berra runs it down. And then takes another ball. It's 2-0. It's inside for ball 3, 3-0 on Luke, and there's ball 4. And so Tommy Byrne misses 4 straight times, and he is rattled. Here now is Gordon Goldsberry, runners on at first and second. It's a strike on the inside corner to Gordon, and then he takes the ball afterwards. 1-1 the count. Fouled away. It's 1-2, and White Sox looking to add to their lead. There's a fly ball to left field, and Woodling's got that easily for the out. We go to the top of the fourth. We don't always talk about Comiskey Parks being one of those really strong hitter or pitchers ballparks, as Rizzuto, the count to him goes 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. But it was. You look at the stats and you realize this. 2-1 now the count on Phil, and that fastball's high. It's 3-1 on Rizzuto. Line shot to left field, and Earl Rapp has that for the out, 1 away. I mean, I'm not going to bring up necessarily the park factors here right now, but you play enough games here, you get a feeling for Comiskey Park was really not a home run hitter's park. There was a ball on Brown. In fact, and there's another ball too. In fact, for a while in 1949, the first, I want to say, 8 games of the home season, they moved the fences in about 20 feet. Then they moved it back again because the Yankees were coming in and the White Sox kept giving up home runs. Part of the problem is that the White Sox are not very good at offense, and that's hit over Baker's head into the left side for extra bases. That's an easy double for Bobby Brown as that one got into the corner. And so there's a runner on second base for the Yankees here in the top of the fourth, 1 out. And it's Snuffy Sternweis again, our favorite player, Snuffy, who has no base hits and who keeps getting on base. So runner on at second, 1 away, and there's a strike in there to Sternweis. Now he has 12 walks and he has 6 strikeouts, and he doesn't do much other than walk and strike out. And the count on him is 0-2, just like that. How about that? That's up and in for a ball. 1-2 on Snuffy, and that's high again, 2-2. Fouled away, remains 2-2 on Sternweis. And he checks the swing on that one, and he goes around, and that's strike 3. So there's 2 away here, and Sternweis has struck out 7 times so far this season. We're going to have a special Snuffy Sternweis count every time the Yankees play. 2 away, and here's Tommy Byrne. Runner still on second base, and there's a strike in there to Byrne, 0-1. That's close, but doesn't hit him. 1-1 the count, and there's strike 2 to the pitcher. It's 1-2. And swing and a miss at that one, goes up the counter, the ladder, and down he goes. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. So still a 2-1 lead for the White Sox. Here now is Cas Michaels. Michaels hitting .268, not quite that .308 he had in real life. His numbers have been suffering. 1-0 pitch to him is hit back to Byrne, and the pitcher goes to first with it. There's 1 away. Jerry Scala up now, bottom of the fourth, 2-1 White Sox. That's a strike in there to Scala. And another strike right there at the knees, quickly 0-2, and there's a ball. 1-2 on Jerry, and Byrne just missed with that one, 2-2. That control gives him problems, and there's ball 3. He seems to like to get ahead of these hitters, and then he just can't put them away, and that's high and outside for ball 4. He had Scala 0-2, and threw 4 straight balls, none of which were close, and now Jerry's on at first base. And here is Floyd Baker. Baker is one time up walked, and so we'll see if he can do it again here. And he takes a ball, 1-0 the count. As line just fouled on the first base side, 1-1. And throw to first, nothing happening. That's high and outside, 2-1. We're not going to send the runner with Byrne not throwing strikes. There's ball 3 inside. It's 3-1 on Floyd. We're going to have him take this pitch. And he looks at ball 4 inside, and that is the 4th walk given up by Tommy Byrne, and that'll bring up Dave Philly. This is the same situation we had earlier. Remember, Philly is not really much of a bunter, and so we have to decide what exactly we want to do. I think we're going to have him swing away. Philly, the switch hitter, of course, hitting from the right side, and he takes the ball low, 1-0. I don't really, as you know, I don't put much stock in all of this stuff about, how this player did against lefties, how this player did against righties. I can consider a lot of that in the season level to be statistical noise. And as I say that, Philly hits a ground ball to Henrik, who goes to second for 1. The throw back to first, he's able to beat it out, but there's 2 away now. Runners on at first and third, and here is Billy Pierce, who is 0 for 1, but did score a run earlier on today. So we'll see what happens to Billy. There's a strike to him. It's 0-1. Fastball is high. 1-1 the count now on Billy. And that's in and off the plate. 2-1. Foul back, 2-2. And that's a swing and a miss at a high fastball by the pitcher, and down he goes. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Still a 2-1 lead here for the White Sox. It'll be Hank Bauer to lead this off. So for 1 with a walk, and he takes the ball high. And then there's a strike that just caught the outside corner, 1-1. That one misses, 2-1 the count. And there's a ground ball right side. It's going to be Goldsberry, the first baseman, grabs that, flips over to Pierce, covering the bag just in time, and there's 1 away. Here now is Gene Woodling, who takes the ball. It's hit over to center field. Scala, center fielder, has that one for the out. There's 2 away, and that'll bring up Cliff Mapes, our hero. He's 1 for 2 today, and he takes the ball. 5 home runs this season against 7 in real life, and that's why he's the hero he is. 1-1 is the count. That one misses. 2-1. That's a little ground ball. Goldsberry has that, feeds Pierce again. We've seen that twice this inning, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-1 White Sox, 2 hits for Chicago, 4 for the Yankees. It's Don Wheeler again who takes the ball. It's those 4 walks by Byrne that have killed the Yankees. And look at this. He's got Wheeler up on him 2-0 already. And that's way outside. 3-0 is the count. Don's going to take this, and there's ball 4 low. That's walk number 5 given up by Tommy Byrne. You talk about the 49 Yankees, and a lot of people think about those Yankees from 49 to 53, or technically 54 team was even better. Maybe those Yankees from 49 to about 58 or so being one of the great dynasties in history. You forget about how many walks the 49 team gave up. They had some problems. Here comes Earl Rapp with a runner on at first. And that's high for a ball. It's 1-0 on Rapp, and there's a ground ball a line drive over to second base. Sternweis grabs that one for the out. Wheeler holds it first. He wasn't moving, and so there's 1 away. Now Luke Appling with that runner on at first. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, still 2-1 White Sox. It's a strike to Luke and a ball. And there's a fly ball over to center field. Mapes had a late break on that one and dove and made the snow cone catch. Looked like a little thing of a vanilla ice cream there in his glove, and that's the second out. So Mapes with a very good play there in right field. And just like that, there's 2 away. Here is Gordon Goldsberry. And there's a throw to first. Nothing happening. Goldsberry today 0 for 2 and takes the ball inside. 1-0. Throw to first. Nothing happening. Still 1-0 on Gordon. That's fouled away. It's 1-1. And that one misses low. 2-1 is the count on Gordon. And throw to first again, nothing really doing. Still 2-1. There's ball 3. Goldsberry, 25 RBIs this season. He's doing a lot better in that category than in real life. Of course, we've used him a lot more than he was used in real life. He's hitting much better. Only 145 at-bats in real life compared to 170 in this replay. So you can say what you want to about that. It's a full count on Gordon. And that is high for ball 4, and that's one reason why we keep him in there, because he can take those walks. And the runners on at first and second here for Tommy Byrne. Byrne has given up 6 walks, and that brings up Cass Michaels. Now, Michaels has not been as good in the replay as he was in real life, but he can still damage you, I can tell you that, even with the 267 average. The ball inside on Cass is 1-0, and that's outside, but too far outside, 2-0. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1 White Sox. That's inside on Cass, 3-0 the count, and he's going to be waiting in the wings for this one. There's that automatic strike. Byrne finally threw it. He had a couple of instances earlier today where that was ball 4. Here's the next pitch to Cass, and that's high and outside, and there is ball 4. Walk number 7 given up by Tommy, and they're going to keep him in the game, so he's going to have to face Jerry Scala again. Scala's 0 for 1 and walked, of course, just like everyone else. 2 outs, bases loaded. There's a strike on the inside corner to Jerry. It's 0-1. Base hit to left field by Jerry. That's whatever he was looking for. That scores 1, and here comes Goldsberry around, and Michaels as well, and there's a throw to third base. Michaels is thrown out easily by the left fielder Woodling, but 2-run score. It's a 4-1 lead now for Chicago, and we go to the top of the 6th. Tommy Henrich leads us off for the Yankees against Billy Pierce. 4-1 the score now, and that's a ball high to Pierce, or to Henrich, and then another one high, 2-0 the count. And there's a strike, 2-1. So the White Sox, only 3 hits, and they're leading this game easily. Another ball to Tommy, 3-1. And tell you, the problem has been those bases on balls. That's low and outside, speaking of which, and there is a walk, the third one given up by Pierce. Here now is Yogi Berra, runner on at first. Grounder in the whole right side, and Goldsberry has that. His only play is to feed Pierce coming down, so no double play. Henrich moves to second. There's 1 away. And here's Phil Rizzuto. That doesn't help you when you're down by 3. Rizzuto fouls 1 away. You need more than a single run. There's another foul ball. It's 0-2. And there's a ball to Phil. 1-2 is the count. And that one's inside. It's 2-2 on Phil quickly. Ground ball left side. Shortstop Appling has it. Bluffs Henrich back, throws to first, and there's 2 away. Here now, Bobby Brown. That's an inside fastball that misses on Bobby, 1-0. And there's another fastball inside. That one's called for a strike, and there's a foul ball. 1-2 quickly on Brown. That's wide of the plate. 2-2 is the count on Bobby, and that's hit to right field, and that one will go between Michaels and Goldsberry for a base hit. Here comes Henrik trying to score. We're going to throw home. And Philly's throw is in time. Wheeler had it, but that ball fell loose, and so the runner is safe. It's a 4-2 lead now for the White Sox. Yankees might be coming back, and look at who's up. It's Mr. No-Hit. Sternweiss takes the ball low, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1 on Snuffy. And there's a ground ball back to Pierce, and he throws to first for the out. Snuffy Sternweiss still with no base hits. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It's a 4-2 lead for Chicago. It'll be Floyd Baker up here first. It's a strike to Baker, 0-1, and that's a curve outside, 1-1. Ground ball over the bag of first, but just foul, 1-2. It's up high, 2-2. And there's a good swing on that one, and that one will drop in front of Mapes in center field for a base hit, and that'll bring up Dave Philly. Another one of these bunting situations for Philly, and he's just not that great at it, but I think we'll let him do it here. There's a strike on Pierce as he bunts at that one and misses. It's 0-1. That's bunt to the left side. It's 0-2 quickly. That's low, 1-2. And there's a called strike 3, and there's one away. Billy Pierce now, and he certainly will bunt. The infield comes into the corners. There's a ball to Pierce. That's upstairs for a ball, 2-0. And there's one bunted on a miss, so it's 2-1 the count. Good bunt over to the right side, and Henrik grabs that one, runs back to his bag, and is there in time, and there's 2 away. But here comes Don Wheeler with a runner in scoring position. 4-2 is the lead for Chicago. They're trying to add to it, and he hits that one over to right field. Hank Bauer's got that for the out, and we go to the top of the 7th inning. So the White Sox do threaten, but they get nothing across, and they're going to take Billy out. I'm sorry, not Billy. They're going to take the pitcher out. Who was the pitcher in this? Burnout, that's right. And they'll put in Gus Nieros as the pinch hitter. So we'll see what Nieros can do. He fouls one away. And then takes the ball. 1-1 is the count. He's hitting 0. He's only had 5 at-bats. It's a 1-2 count on him. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Pierce's throw is low. Pitch is low. 2-2. And that's outside. So it's a full count on Gus. It's fouled away. He had him 1-2. And he went after that one, and that's strike 3, and there's one away. Here's Hank Bauer now. Bauer takes the ball inside. That's strikeout number 4, by the way, for Pierce. 2-0 the count on Bauer quickly. And there's a strike. It's 2-1. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts for Billy, and he's got a 2-2 count on Hank Bauer. That is low for ball 3, so it's a full count, and there is the 4th walk, and that comes to Hank Bauer here, and there's one out with Gene Woodling up at bat, and a runner on at first, and quickly Pierce goes ahead to 0-2. It's hit over to left field. Earl Rapp has that one easily for the out. There's 2 away, and here is Cliff Mapes. Mapes today 1 for 3, takes the ball, and there's one fouled away, high fastball that he fouls away. It's hit down the right field line. It's 1-2, and there's a slider and a good one, and he couldn't move on that one. That is called for strike 3, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. And who is it but our old friend Cuddles Marshall, the guy with probably, I think, the best nickname in all of 20th century baseball. Good old Cuddles with the face that every woman loved back in those days, but not the ERA that every manager loves. Here is Earl Rapp. Cuddles, 0.73 ERA here so far in this project. He's 1-0. And quickly throws 2 balls here to Earl Rapp. 1 save, if that counted. It wasn't even a stat back then. 3-0 the count on Rapp. And there's ball 4. Marshall gives up his 7th walk of the season. You look at those stats, if you can see them clearly on the bottom right side, and you can see he had 48 walks in real life compared to 13 strikeouts. He's doing better so far in Diamond Mine, but I don't know about this one. There's a strike to Luke Appling, so it's 0-1, and that's close, but outside the zone. Another ball, 2-1 on Luke. Ground ball up the middle. Rizzuto flips over to Sternweiss. They only get the one, though. Appling's in there at first base in time, and there's one away. Gordon Goldsberry comes up now. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and scored a run, and he fouls one away. That's high. 1-1 now on Goldsberry. Throw to first, nothing doing. That's inside for ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss on that. 2-2. And that's high, and that means that it's a full count here on Gordon Goldsberry. Runner on at first, 4-2 ball game. And that's ripped to first base, and Henrik stops that one and only can go to the bag for the out. If he'd been a little bit quicker on that, maybe he could have had a double play. There's 2 away. Michaels comes up, and there's a runner on at second. And that's hit over to right field, and that's easily over the head of Bauer. That's an easy double for Cass Michaels, and it scores the run, and it's 5-2. So maybe Cass Michaels coming alive now. Here now is Jerry Scala with the runner on at second base. Scala takes a strike. Jerry's 1 for 2 today, and that's hit over to the right side through Sternweis under his glove. That'll be a base hit, and here comes Michaels around trying to score. We're going to send him, and he does score. No throw by Hank Bauer. It's a 6-2 lead now for the White Sox. So the Yankees' woes continue, and here comes Floyd Baker. Baker takes the ball. He's 1 for 1 today. 1 for 1 with 2 walks is Baker. Swing and a miss on that, 1-1. That's off the plate, 2-1. That's on the corner, 2-2. Marshall's pitching very well. There's ball 3, so it's a full count. Considering those 48 real-life walks, I'm not sure why Diamond Mine likes him so much. It's a full count still. And Baker strikes out swinging. How about that? So we go to the top of the 8th. It's a 6-2 lead now for Chicago. Here is Tommy Henrich. And there's a strike in their breaking ball, first pitch strike. And that changeup is in there for a strike as well. Line drive to the right side through Goldsberry. That'll be a base hit for Henrich. Henrich now 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Yogi Berra, who's also 1 for 3. That's a ball down and in, slider, 1-0. Fly ball right field. Philly easily catches that. 1 away. Phil Rizzuto takes a strike, 0-1. There's a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss by Phil on that curveball. It's 1-2. And that one's inside. 2-2 on Phil quickly, and that's a foul ball. 2-2 it remains. And there's a ground ball left side. Appling goes over to Michaels for 1 on the first for the double play, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 6-2 White Sox. It'll be Dave Philly. The Yankees really having some trouble here as of late. Ground ball to Rizzuto, throws to first easily for the first out. For a while at the beginning of this season, I thought, they're not going to miss Joe DiMaggio at all. They miss him now. There's a foul ball by Pierce. I mean, Mapes is doing well, but you could put Mapes in left. 0-2 the count on Pierce. He takes the ball. It's 1-2, and that's hit to left center field, and Woodling has that for the out. There's 2 away. When Joe does come back, we'll have to think about how this defense is going to work, because Woodling and Bauer are pretty good as well. 2-0 is the count on Wheeler, but you can imagine what Joe could do to this offense. It's 2-1 on Don Wheeler, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Ground ball over to second base. Sternweis has that and throws to first for the out, and we go to the top of the 9th. Bobby Brown will lead this off for the Yankees, and Billy Pierce is only 3 outs away from the complete game and the victory. There's a ball to Brown. Brown's 2 for 2 today. That's high again, 2-2. That's way inside, 3-0. I'm sorry, not 2-0. 2. It was 2-0. There's a strike finally, 3-1 on Brown, and that one was low. Second walk of the day for Brown. He's had a perfect game, 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Here is Snuffy Sternweis now. We'll see if he can actually get ahead. And that one misses. It's 1-0 on Snuffy. That's a curveball that misses, 2-0. Fly ball center field. Scala has it for the out. There's 1 away. Sternweis, man, wow. I've never seen anything like this. 1 away, and here's Cuddles Marshall. I don't think he'll hit for himself. Yeah, they're going to put Jack Phillips in there. 136 pitches for Billy. There's a backdoor slider on Phillips and a ball at a curve. So it's 1-1. Breaking balls inside, 2-1. Hard pitches for a guy who's just come off the bench. That's fouled away, 2-2. Lots of breaking stuff, and that's another breaking one that's low, and Pierce gets him to chase. That's strikeout number 6 for Billy. It's there's 2 away with the runner on at first, still a 4-run lead for the White Sox, and Hank Bauer is the last man standing. Hank takes a ball, and then another ball. 2-0 is the count. That's hit to right field, inside-out swing, and that'll be a base hit. So you're saying there's a chance. And here's Gene Woodling. Gene Woodling's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter for Bill Johnson. I'm not quite sure what the computer manager sees in this guy. I suppose his average against lefties is kind of what does it. And we're going to leave Pierce in. We'll see what happens. And that's a fly ball over to Philly in right field. He's got it for the out. So go figure. You tell me what that was all about. That's the third out. And the White Sox have won this game 6-2. And the Yankees' woes continue. And that's going to be it for this one. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. We'll have another game. See you then. Bye.